Father's Day is a tough holiday for anyone who has lost their dad, but our next guest says that parenting never stops. Fathers continue to guide their children and family from the other side. Joining me now are Phil Quinn, a spiritual medium and life guide, and Tracy Dory, a director here at News 8, who volunteered to have a reading with Phil yesterday. How'd it go, huh?
Amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
We're going to hear all about it, Trace. But first, Phil, this is a difficult time for people. I mean, it brings back a lot of memories.
It sure does. And, you know, it's a hard time for people that have lost fathers and want to communicate with them and reconnect with them, knowing that their dads are still watching over them.
And what do you mean that the fathers still continue to guide?
Well, you know, death is just an extension of life. So it's simply that your loved ones are watching over you, guiding you, helping you, trying to give you signs, you know, to stay on the course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, Tracy, you sat down with Phil yesterday,
Yes.
and right away your dad came through.
Absolutely.
What was going through your head?
I burst into tears, first
Yeah,
of all.
instantly, right?
Yeah, immediately. And I said to myself, I won't do that, but I couldn't help it. It was overwhelming. It felt wonderful. I mean, it was overwhelming because I've always kind of felt him around me, you know, or I like to think I felt him around
Sure.
me, you know. And so to have that validation was even more amazing.
Yeah. Now, have you ever had a reading before?
No, not like this.
Wow.
Not
All
with
right,
someone like Phil, no.
He's pretty incredible.
He's
right?
amazing.
Let's take a look at some of the video we shot yesterday.
I have a mail coming through for you first. It says father to you. Do you understand? Say yes,
Yes.
or no.
Yes,
And I have his father.
yes.
And I have... I think this is his mother. Is his mother passed?
Yes.
Yes. And who had cancer? I think he's complaining of cancer.
Yes.
Yeah. He says, I love you. He says, I've been watching over you a long time. He says, thank you for doing this. He says, I'm in a good place. He says, he's telling me to tell you he's not in any pain. He says, thank you for thinking of me. Did you know his mom well?
Yes.
Yeah. She just sent her love to you.
Well, I have goosebumps all up and down
I'm
my
crying
arms.
again.
It's so emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, did you tell your family? Like, what did you do when you went home?
Oh my gosh, called everybody.
You did, right? I would do the
my
same
cell
thing.
phone was blowing up all day. Yeah, I had to call my mom and my sister, and they're so excited to watch this, actually.
When
but
did you lose your dad?
I lost my dad in '99. He had colon cancer.
And you were able to
Yeah.
get
He
that?
was immediate. He came right in. So
Okay.
he did. So he was the primary soul in the room.
But there were some others, and let's
Yep.
take a look at the next clip.
So, and there's a lady with breast cancer.
Oh, there were several with breast cancer. But younger, older.
She's younger.
Ellen?
Yes. Is that your name?
Is that Ellen?
She's nodding yes.
Oh,
Yep.
that's my Aunt Ellen.
Yep.
Does she have anything to say to Kelly?
She said, tell her I love her, please. Is that her daughter?
Yes.
Yeah. Says, tell her I'm safe.
Is she? Does she see Kelly?
All the time. She's been gone a while. How long has she gone?
Since we were kids.
Yeah.
You guys have never met before. You
No,
don't know each
no.
other, and this is just coming through.
Yeah,
As
no,
you
I
sat
never
with
know
Tracy.
who I'm going to read, so no one tells me. I just come in and sit down, so it just immediately starts happening. And I see and hear them like you see and hear me, so it's so I know how to place the soul, who's for who.
I know you also say that Tracy's father has kind of been leaving signs for her.
Yes, yep, and he had mentioned that he was leaving coins or pennies for her.
And
so
did you
it was-
notice that?
You know, once Phil said it, and after, you know,
Yes.
yesterday afternoon after, you know, the reading, I started to think about things, and just recently I had found all these random coins all over my apartment. Like about a week ago,
No
I had
kidding.
found, and they weren't just pennies, but they were all penny colored, and like 4 or 5 of them that were just in odd places at
Yeah,
odd
yeah.
times, and I was like, holy cow, that's
Your dad. Let's take a look at the clip.
Do you have a question for Dad?
Is he with me when I think he is? I
He
feel
said-
him sometimes.
Yep, he's nodding yes. He says he gives you lots of signs. Do you ever find pennies, coins?
Yes,
Yeah, he says he leaves them for you.
he does.
Yeah, so he does.
Penny specifically.
Yeah. He says, I'm always with you. He says, thank you for thinking of me.
I think of him a lot.
Oh, guys, we're just about out of time, but what a great thing for Father's Day. You know that your father's watching over you.
Absolutely. It's so comforting. It really
Absolutely.
is.
Tracy, thanks for doing that and sharing
Thank
with
you.
us. And Phil, where can people find you?
PhilQuinn.com.
Pretty easy stuff.
Yeah.
All right, thanks again for
Thanks
being
so
here,
much.
both of you. And coming up next, Chef Paul Krawick from Octagon and his son Apollo share a delicious bluefish recipe when Style returns. We'll be right back.